sana kwa kukubali kuendelea kutazama kipindi cha Kenya's Gold. Bila shaka ni kipindi ambacho kinakufunza sana kuhusiana na masuala ya kilimo. Tupo hapa kuzungumzia masuala ya mchele, na kabla tuende mapumzikoni, ngine amekuuliza swali kuhusiana na recovery. Naomba ufafanue kidogo kuhusiana na hilo.
Yeah, asante. Recovery ni wakati paddy rice inapelekwa pale kwa mtambo kusaga. That is milling. The weight that goes to the mill versus now the milled rice is what we call the recovery. For Koboka, which they are calling it Mwaboko, is the best, 67%.
Right. Na inaweza, the highest it can go, ile mzuri ni hiyo 67, or can it get better?
Yes, with good management, right from the farm to the drying, you can get 72%.
All right.
Yes,
na gani iko chini sana?
It goes up to even that 5. Right. Like for BW, it has a very poor recovery.
Right.
Okay, sasa ngine uliza tu. Kuna swala ambalo umetaja kuhusiana na kule shambani, tunaanza kule. Ni kipi ambacho nafaa kuangalia kama mkulima ili baadaye ninapokwenda kuvuna nipate mazao mazuri ambayo yatakuja hiyo percentage umesema?
Yeah, asante sana. Wakati mpunga imekomaa pale na imeturn golden yellow, the moisture content should be around 18 to 20%. And at that time is the prime time to do the harvesting. Then take it to the store and then drying it on the drying floor to the moisture content of 14%. Then don't subject it to very strong sunlight, because what happens, the outer cover heats faster than the internal. Because of differences in expansion, there are fissures or cracks. So when now it goes to the milling, where there is pressure being exerted, it breaks down and there is wastage.
Great.
Yes.
Now, since we are talking about different rice varieties which are high yielding, let's take it back to 2009, where we did have a variety called Nerika rice, which was introduced in Migori County.
Yes.
However, it did not do so well because of a low uptake. So sijui kama shida ilikuwa upande wa sensitization on the farmers, or what really happened in them. Now that we have more, we have like the Komboka rice that is coming up and doing so well. What do we need to do to make sure that these varieties are viable? Zisikuje alafu zinapotea tu hivyo.
Yeah, thank you very much. The Nerikas, we had Nerika 1, Nerika 4, Nerika 10, and Nerika 11. They were released collected in the year 2009, and they were disseminated to the farmers. One challenge the farmers faced, it is the threshing, because the grains are too tightly linked. So if they try to thresh, they cannot do it properly. It needs a lot of energy.
Right.
The next challenge was there are no mills to mill that rice so that now people can consume, can cook and eat. So unavailability of mills was another big challenge. So it's like the farmers now, they didn't have an avenue for expansion. Because as long as it's not being milled, they cannot buy, then it means there's no point of going with it. So the way forward is to provide the mills, because these are upland rice variety. They don't need that permanent water in the field. It's upland rice. It just grows like French beans or tomatoes, as long as there is just enough moisture. And most of the land in our country, we have more than 1 million acres, which we can use for this Nerika's production, the upland rain-fed rice. For the Pishori, it's basically irrigated. We need a lot of water. But now through our research, we are developing climate-smart varieties that require less water, very efficient in utilization of nutrients, and also they are resistant or tolerant to diseases and pests. And also flooding. Like when we have excess rainfall, they don't rouge. So that's the direction we are taking.
Great.
And also when we apply nitrogen, the plants tend to grow very fast and they rouge. So we are developing varieties with a very strong calm or stem so that they can be able to support their grains.
All right, great. So now let us open the floor to a question from a viewer asking a lot more when it comes to rice farming. We have one from Kamariat Threes. They're asking which type of rice is advisable to be grown in Kenya and meant for export use. Daktari, pengine utuongeleshe ule anataka kuingia katika ile terera na tuambianga mauruji. Right? Yes.
You're a good student.
Yes, hey, man, ebu nipe maji, man. Yeah, so if I want to get into export business, what variety of rice should I go for?
Is Pichori Daventry. Tuko katika ile mikakati ya kuleta the true basmati. Very soon we shall be releasing. So is the Pichori.
All right. So nikitaka ku export ninge kwa Pichori.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Sawa, tunashukuru sana na utafiti wenu ambao unafanya kule KALRO ni wa muhimu sana. Swali tu kabla tuingie sasa kwa cooperative. Wakati mnafanya utafiti, ni nini ambacho kinakuja kwenu muamue kwamba tunasema rice hii tunaita Komboka, hii tunaita hivi, majina yenu mnaketi vipi ndio muamue?
Asante sana. Tukisha tegeneza hizi variety na zimekuwa released by Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service, tunaita wakulima wakuje waoje, wakule na waitasame ikiwa kwa saba. Sasa wao ndio wanatupea nini? Majina. Kama iko Boka ni kumaanisha yule mkulima takusa hii iko na masao iko juu, iko na good eating quality na iko na soko. Kwa hivyo kuna ile kuomoka. Sasa ndio hiyo jina
Katokea Komboka.
Great. Thank you so very much, Dr. Kimani, for that explanation. But before we wind up, because right here at Kenya's Gold, we do really care about our farmers. Dr. Kimani ashasema, I don't even need to repeat it, be part of a cooperative society, because a cooperative society is the voice of a farmer. Now, another way that you can grow as a farmer is, of course, by taking advantage of different credit solutions that are offered by the cooperative bank. And just in case you're a farmer who wants to buy asset, you can get a loan that we call the asset financing that is meant to help you as you buy different machinery that you need in your farm. And finally, just in case you are intending to buy quality farm input, there is also what we call a working capital loan, which is a loan given to either individuals or cooperative societies for the purpose of buying quality inputs and also the general managing of the cooperative societies. Kwa hivyo wewe kama mkulima usiteseke peke yako. Be sure to be part of a cooperative society and also take advantage of the various credit solutions that are offered by the cooperative bank, who are very keen when it comes to supporting small-scale farmers, large-scale farmers, and farmers in cooperative societies.
Ni nafasi kwa mkulima kutamba na kutambariza kuhusiana na masuala hayo, kujiunga na mashirika ya wakulima, na bila wasiwasi basi tupo darasani kutaka kujua swali la ngina siku ya leo.
All right, so of course, as we wind up, Daktari, thank you so very much for speaking to us. Ukirudi uko Kilifi, please do say hi. But also now that you're from the coastal regions, I'd want to find out, ule ambaye anataka kukuza mpunga, sehemu hizo, and it's salty water, what kind of variety works for such areas?
We have Komboka, we have CSR 36, and we have 08 Fan 10. They are doing very well
in salty
at
water.
those saline conditions.
Great.
Yes.
So are you ready for the farm joke of the day? Uko ready kunipea answer?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you're ready. I like the energy. It's like, yes, I am. Terera, are you ready?
Labda ni nguvu leo.
Si nguvu, by the way, don't overthink. So the question is, what kind of fruit do you give a man when you want him to leave you alone? Let's look at some of the feedback. One, Arija Ojijo, ansema nini? Bitter root fruit. Okay. Another one from Machumba Laban. Anasema mimi naye ni Mkisii, nipe ndizi tu. Soma Terera na njama anasema nini?
Anasema anaitwa Go Fruits, anasema yake ni limau.
Do you have another one?
Anasema Biden ama Bidden fruits.
All right.
Forbidden.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Forbidden fruits.
Kweli kama ulikwenda Edeni basi nadhani ndo nakwenda na hii pia.
Terera, what's your answer?
Jibu langu leo kusema kweli
try.
Nyanya.
Nyanya, tomato. Okay, daktari. What fruit do you give a man when you want him to leave you alone? Don't overthink it, daktari.
Maybe an apple.
Why an apple?
Because it's a very precious fruit that keeps the doctor away.
And the answer is a mango. A mango.
Toka hapa sasa wewe.
You know, just mango. Just terergo. Mango. You know, when he's bothering you, you gotta let the man go.
Asante sana. Nashukuru sana daktari kwa kuja siku ya leo. Utafiti wako mkubwa kabisa kule Kalro bila wasiwasi. Nisemeje, asante kwa kujiunga nasi tangu zindua hadi sasa tumefika ukoko. Jina langu ni Emmanuel Terera. Salena Mwenyezi Mungu, kumbuka tutatimiza ndoto.
All right, thank you so very much for being with us. That is all the time that we did have for you today. Asante sana daktari for being here with us. We have learned so much about rice farming in Kenya. Tomorrow we meet again to clean the environment like we always do every single Friday. Thank you so very much for watching. My name is Violeta Ngina. Goodbye.